I received this pedal in the mail from my friend Steve at Dan Electro. I just wanted to explore this pedal. It's called the Talkback. Hold on, let me reverse that. Backtalk. And you guessed it, this pedal does one thing and one thing only. Reverse delay. I have a lot of guitar pedals. I don't have one guitar pedal that does just reverse delay. So there's something to be said that all the time and energy spent in designing this pedal was spent on one specific effect, and one that I think is a little difficult to use. First, I'm going to show you a little bit about what the pedal does, and then I'm going to talk about reverse delay and a little bit about its history, and then I'm going to show you my favorite reverse delay guitar moment. By the way, if you need some awesome guitar cables, there's this company here in Nashville called Runway Audio. They are giving away 2 $75 gift cards. There's a link down below if you'd like to enter to win those. And if you use the code MUSICISWIN on their website, you get 20% off all their awesome guitar cables. They're made out of impenetrable material and they're really cool. There's white, blue, and red ones. And this isn't a sponsored video. I'm just helping out a cool company here in Nashville. Check out the link. What have you got to lose? So this is just my clean amp sound. Delicious. Now, let's turn on that delay, see what we get. As you can see, a little difficult to control a reverse delay effect, and that is why I'm going to sort of get into a couple different ways I like to use this pedal in particular, but you can kind of apply this to any sort of reverse delay effects you may dial in, whether it's in a plug-in or a different guitar pedal. This one in particular has a really just warm analog kind of sound, and it really stimulates creativity because it doesn't have any digital elements like a tap tempo or any sort of LED situations. It's all knob based, and it's pretty simple at that. So we have repeats, which should be obvious how many times the delay repeats itself. This would be all the repeats. Alright, that's enough of that. And then the mix is interesting because it's sort of like an attack and a compressor. If you have the mix dialed back, you're going to get a lot of your regular guitar signal and just a little bit of the reverse delay sound. Of course, the speed is how quickly that reverse delay or how slowly it will swell in. So it sort of sounds like a slapback, but when you turn the mix up and you have that reverse situation going and some more repeats, so as you can hear, just from a couple quick knob adjustments and really kind of understanding what the three settings do and how they interact together is just an endless amount of fun, in my opinion, and I think you should approach all guitar pedals like this. After you have the initial honeymoon phase of taking it out of the box and playing with it immediately on your favorite setting, then really kind of trying to understand what the settings do and what the knobs, what the switches, what the buttons do. Another cool thing about it, if you put this in front of an amp with distortion, you'll get something like this. Just a really interesting sound and not something that I would normally play, and I think that's another point about guitar pedals. It just makes you play some things that wouldn't come out otherwise, so that's the case for pedals if you want to make one. I know that some guitar players like to say, straight into the amp, man, it's all about what's in the fingers, and I agree most of the time, but guess what? Straight into the amp can't do this. Am I right or am I right? So, now that we have explored the reverse delay effect and you kind of have that sound in your ear, I'm going to play you my favorite reverse guitar solo. And contrary to what you might think, it's not a Jimi Hendrix solo. I think Jimmy's reverse guitar stuff was actually the tape put in reverse, playing the tape backwards to get those reverse guitar sounds, which spawned this effect, obviously, I'm sure. So thanks a lot, Jimmy, but we're gonna go a little bit more modern to one of my favorite guitar players ever, Mike Einziger of Incubus. He is just the best at creating walls of sound and these amazing landscapes that just really envelop you as a listener. The song is called Dig. This is the guitar solo, and I'm gonna kind of lead in from the chorus, playing some stuff that is pretty close to, I think, what Mike plays, and then I'm going to go into the solo and do my best. I've never actually seen him play the solo live, which leads me to believe it's pretty much impossible to play the same thing twice when you're using this reverse guitar effect, which is kind of romantic, you know? It's like you'll never get the same exact thing. Every note is a snowflake. Every single thing that comes out of this effect is unique and probably won't happen again in the exact same way. So now that I've gotten very deep on you, I highly recommend you check out the Dan Electro Backtalk if you're on the market for a really cool delay effect. And without further ado, let's get into Dig. That went backwards. That is so fitting. Keep shredding.